Guys, it's your girl, Ashley Kirkwood with the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast, where we teach you how to start at the top of the speaking market instead of working your way up from the bottom. During this show, you will hear solo episodes from me, where I'll show you how I have landed and negotiated 5- and 6-figure speaking contracts and licensing deals. You'll also hear from our amazing guests who have grown enormous speaking businesses by utilizing sales and marketing principles that work. If you want to grow your speaking business, listen to this podcast, and then afterwards, head on over to ashleynicolekirkwood.shop and grab my book, Speak Your Way to Cash, How to Start at the Top of the Speaking Market Instead of Working Your Way Up from the Bottom. Ready to dive in? Let's go. Hey, y'all. What's up to the Speak Your Way to Cash family? It's Ashley Kirkwood back again with another podcast episode. But this time, guys, I am actually going to let you listen in to a live video that I recorded. Now, if you're listening to this live video on the podcast and you're like, I want to join your next live, I want to ask you questions, I want to be able to get feedback about my business, then you have to follow me on Instagram at The Ashley Nicole Show, and make sure you're following the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook page. All right. Make sure you're following the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook page, because that's where I go live. I also sometimes go live in the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook group, but enough about that. Even though you may have missed it live, you're about to hear it again. So listen into this live episode and let me know what you think. You can always send me an email to ashley@speakyourwaytocash.com. Let's listen in. Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley Kirkwood. I'm the host of the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. I am also the founder of Speak Your Way to Cash, a company that helps our clients get their message to the masses. And we help them do that in 2 ways. So 1, we help our clients land 5- and 6-figure corporate speaking contracts. But 2, we teach them sales strategies and ways to leverage speaking as a marketing tool to get more clients into their business. And one of the things that comes up a lot when coaching clients, when teaching the strategies that we teach, is this idea of rejection. And I want to share with you how it almost cost me a lot of money in my business, and kind of the journey that we took to developing our pricing, to figuring out who our ideal clients were, and how we didn't let the feelings that we feel on this entrepreneurship journey stop our progress and our revenue. This year, we're going to do like record-breaking revenue this year with Speak Your Way to Cash. We've already surpassed last year's revenue, but one of the things that I had to get over was this whole concept of rejection. And I'll just tell you guys the honest truth. And if you're a business owner, drop what you do in the comments, drop the name of your business in the comments. If you're somewhere where you can type, let us know who's in the building. Drop owner in the comments if you're a business owner, so that I can see for those of you there. And if you're on the podcast, if you're an owner, just wave your hand in the air, pretend like I'm looking at you if you're listening to this on the podcast. But early on in my business, y'all, I set my pricing, I set my target audience, I set my expectations, all based on the feeling that I didn't want to be rejected. So my pricing was set up not because that, when I set my pricing, I didn't think like, oh, this is the price that will attract the clients that I want to have. This is the price that represents the value of what I provided. Instead, it was like, I'm setting my prices based upon the fact that I don't want to be rejected, that I'm scared that if I put out a high price, nobody will buy. And the truth of the matter is, if you put out a product or you put out a service and no one buys it, but no one knows that no one buys it, it's not a big deal. What most of us are afraid of is failing publicly. Most of us are afraid of putting out something and not being successful and the whole world knowing about it, because we are the center of our own universes. But we are not the center of everybody else's, okay? So oftentimes what I found early on in my career is that I was setting my pricing, I was setting my expectations, I was setting my goals, I was moving in silence. You know, everyone's like, move in silence. I was doing all of these things because I was like terrified of being rejected, people not buying, people not showing up for my stuff. In fact, I chose the venue for the first ever Speak Your Way to Cash Live. I made it such a small venue because I was like, if it's small and only a little bit of people show up, or even if only my friends show up or only my family shows up, I won't be embarrassed if no one shows up. Like, I was making every life choice around the idea that if I get rejected, I am less of a person. I am less than. If I don't reach my goals, I am less than. If I'm not popular, I am less than. If literally every decision I made in business was because of a fear of rejection. Has anyone ever been there? Drop been there in the chat if you've been there. So I'm just telling y'all all my dirty laundry, okay? All my business. So here's what happened when I did that. One, people will always pay the price that you charge them. What do I mean by that? If I am only charging $30 a month for coaching, people are going to pay me $30 a month for coaching. It seems to make sense, but what was actually happening was let me tell it to you differently. I didn't allow my clients to pay me at a high level because I refused to charge them for the value of what I was providing. I want to say it like that because I know there are some of you listening to this who are literally, you're refusing. You are dead set against allowing people to pay you for the value of what you provide. You're dead set against it. You don't even have a 6-figure offer. You don't even have a 5-figure offer. You don't even have a service that if your clients bought it, it would change your life and theirs. You don't even have it available. So what you're doing by not having packages, not having offers at different levels, not being priced at different levels, is you are refusing to allow your clients to invest with you at a high level. And I used to do it. I used to refuse. I literally would every single time. And if y'all got friends up, tag them. If y'all are on Instagram, literally what I want you to do is share this with 5 people and drop done. We need to get some people in this room because we're about to go in tonight for a little bit before bed, right before bedtime. I'm going to give you some stuff to dream about. What you're doing when you price beneath the value, what you're doing when you don't have $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 offers, $100,000 offers, when you don't even have it, you are telling every single person in your audience, I refuse to allow you to invest at a high level with me. What you're actually saying is I am begging you to go and give your money to someone else and I don't even know their intentions for you. It's so disrespectful when you think about it because what I used to do is I would not offer services that my clients were begging me to offer. It seems crazy now, but we talking about it in the very beginning, right? And I didn't think of it like this, but what I was doing was I was asking them, I was kicking them out the front door of my business and saying, I am feeding you to the wolves. I want you to go and spend your money with somebody who I don't know, who I don't trust, and who you probably shouldn't trust. But because they were priced at a premium, the people thought that their value was higher than mine. I didn't even make them an offer at a high level. I didn't even have it. I was literally begging them to go and spend their money with other people. Because right now, every single last one of us knows someone. We all know someone in our audience right now who would work with us on a deeper level if we gave them the opportunity, who would love to, who has the resources to, who has the time and opportunity to, who's excited about doing it. We would literally they would love to do it, but we refuse to let them do it. And here's how it's messed up. When it comes to teaching sales, when it comes to teaching you all how to get your message out there to the masses, when it comes to teaching you all how to use speaking as a marketing tool to sell more services or get paid to speak, we are the best at that. Period. We do it better than anyone else. Our strategies are unique to us. You can't even learn them anywhere else. And so if I didn't now have opportunities for you all to work with us on a deeper level, learn from us, I would literally be saying I want you to go out there and work with whoever you find on the internet. Hope it all works out. That would literally be what I was saying. And so in your industry, it is highly probable that you are an ethical service provider. Somebody drop integrity in the chat. It's likely that you have high integrity. It's likely that you care deeply about your clients. It's likely that you actually have some business acumen and expertise. There are people teaching business that don't have any business acumen. That exists. Why? Because marketing is a different skill set than delivery. What do I mean by that? There are some people that are exceptionally good at marketing their services, but not exceptionally great at delivering the services. But if they have the marketing skill set, even if the delivery is bad, they're going to get the business over you. So it is your obligation as a business owner to learn how to not only market your services, but to sell them too. It literally is. And I'm seeing all the integrities in the chat. I'm assuming those of you listening to this on the podcast are high integrity people as well. And so I want you all to know that us integral business owners have to get out of our own way. We have to start allowing our clients to pay us for the value that we provide. We have to start making them offers that will really deeply transform their business that we know we can deliver on. We have to start doing these things because if we don't, the transactions are going to happen anyways. It just may not be with you. And so if you believe that what you offer can change the world, the root of what you have to deal with is this idea of rejection. You got to get over that. You have to get over the notion that if someone rejects my offer, they are rejecting me as a person. We have to deal with that. We have to get over that thinking that like, oh my God, if they reject my offer, they're rejecting me. And if they reject me, then I am worth less. We have to get over that because what I realized looking back on my business, the reason why it's taken the time that it's taken for us to be here is not because it had to. It's because in the beginning, every single decision that I made, I was allowing fear to drive the decision. I was allowing fear to drive the decision. So the pricing decision was made by fear. The locations of my event was made by fear. And how interesting is it that like my first event space could not have physically held more than 20 people. So at the moment that I booked that event space that only held 20 people, what I was telling my future is that I refuse to serve more than 20 people at this event. That's what I was telling my future. Why? Because I accommodated only 20 people. I didn't even have space for overflow. People be like, I'm praying for overflow. You ain't even got space for overflow. Like it can't happen with where you're at because you don't got the space. Here's how else this shows up. There are some of you that are limiting your learning because you're like, oh, I need to learn and implement what I already know before I learn anything else new because I don't want to get confused and I just want to implement. What you're doing is you are like literally blocking your knowledge flow. You are making up in your mind that you don't have any more capacity to learn because you still got to implement some other stuff. Let me tell you what type of market we're in right now. How many of you have heard of COVID? Drop yes. How many of you have heard of monkeypox? Drop yes. How many of you have heard of the recession? Drop yes. How many of you have seen something negative on the news? Drop yes. How many of you don't even watch the news, but you saw something negative on Instagram today? Drop yes. We are in a time. Let me just tell y'all where we're at. We are in a time where everybody got an objective. So what's happening is in order to get your products and services out there, which are good, we already agreed, y'all are ethical business owners selling stuff that people really need. In order for you to make the sales that you need to make in order to sustain your business, to make the sales that you need to make in order to help the people that you're supposed to serve, in order for you to serve on a high level, right now, we are in a time of both and. What does that mean? What are you telling me, Ashley? I'm telling you that right now, of all the times in history, this is not the time to be scaling back. This is the time to be scaling up. This is the time to increase your level of activities to get your message out there because there are so many competing messages. I don't say that to overwhelm you. I say that to expand your capacity. A lot of you, drop me if I'm coming on your street. We all family here. I ain't gonna call your name out or nothing like that. But a lot of you have been placing limitations and barriers on yourself, and you've been masking it behind, I just don't want to get overwhelmed. When in reality, you don't even know how much additional capacity you have because you're not allowing yourself to become the person that has more capacity. At the moment you cut off learning, at the moment you say, I can only take one client, at the moment you book the smallest venue possible, at the moment you say, we're only accepting 5 people into this thing just so you could say that it's sold out because you got 5 people there. At the moment that you do any of those things, all of which I've done, by the way, to be clear, because I'm telling y'all my business too. At the moment that you do any of those limiting things, you are telling your future, you are telling yourself you don't have the capacity to show up as the highest version of yourself. That's what you're doing. This is only for leaders. This message is only for leaders. This is only for the people who know they're called to do more, who know they're called to change lives, who know they're called. Like some of y'all wake up every morning and don't even need an alarm clock. Drop no alarm in the chat if it's you. Like some of you all wake up every morning and you're like, I'm just up. You don't even know what to do in the morning. You're like, I don't know what to do first, but I just feel like there's something more for me to do in this earth. Like, is anyone like that? There's literally people who feel like there's more for me here. I'm supposed to do more. I'm supposed to make a bigger impact. I'm supposed to lead a team. I'm supposed to encourage people. I'm supposed to inspire people. I'm supposed to be making more money. I'm supposed to be living in a different house. This house feels small. It felt big when I bought it, but it feels small now. Like there's some of you who are desiring a larger container, but the thoughts that you're telling yourself are keeping you in a small space. Before I move physically, I always move mentally. And here's the good news. Moving physically costs a lot. The price of moving mentally is courage. Moving physically may cost a lot. I got to have movers. I got to have people come out. I got to buy a new house. I got to sell my house. We're trying to move states now. I'm trying to what house am I going to buy? And what's the down payment? And how much I'm going to spend? And how will it affect budget? And blah, blah, blah. All of that costs a lot. But before I move physically, I'm moving mentally. I'm moving mentally. I'm ditching language that doesn't serve me. I'm going to just tell y'all what I'm doing tomorrow because y'all my peoples. Tomorrow, I'm starting to look at venues in different states for Speak Your Way to Cash Live 2023. At the event, I'm going to have y'all vote what state and city y'all think we're going to do it in next. But I'm going to look at venues that fit at least on the minimum 500 people. 500 people. 500 people. That's the minimum on the low end. I'm also going to look at some spaces that fit thousands of people. I'm looking because I don't want to limit myself based on fear. The thoughts that come up that are fear-driven thoughts. What if we don't fill it? What if we can't fill the space? What if people don't buy tickets? What if it's too much money? What if I sign a contract and I get All of that is fear. The guiding question that I ask myself now in business and in life and everything else, what would I do if I weren't afraid? What would I do if I weren't afraid that no one would come? What would I do if I weren't afraid that I wouldn't be able to reach my goal? How would I talk about my goals, my objectives, my business if I weren't afraid that it might not happen? How would I goal plan if I weren't afraid? How would I hire if I weren't afraid? How would I grow this business if I weren't afraid and if I wasn't allowing someone else's season to be my guiding light? How would I move? If I wasn't looking left and I wasn't looking right, but I was literally looking up to the heavens, and I can't even see the end of the heavens. Like if I was really in that environment, what would I do? What would I say? How would I invest in myself? Who would I work with? There are some of you who are you hire your coach based on fear. You're like, I'm going to just get the coach that's only talking about this one little thing over here. Because if I get a coach like Ashley and she's talking about the heavens and dreaming and big and legal and all this stuff, it's too much. I'm going to just get the coach that I feel safest with. Horrible decision. Horrible decision. Your future can't afford, your clients can't afford, the generations coming after you cannot afford for you to allow fear and rejection and feelings of inadequacy to make all the decisions in your life. Literally, generations are waiting on you to realize who you are. Generations are waiting on you to realize who you are. Generations. And let me tell you how this works, because I'm a business coach. So I literally will teach people how to sell more in their business, how to land certain contracts, how to handle certain negotiations, how to protect themselves legally, get trademark. I teach all that stuff. But what happens when people learn it? I don't go to your house 10 years from now and take that knowledge out of your head. You keep that forever. So now your children see you running a thriving business. What are they going to do? Christelle sees me hiring people. Christelle sees my mommy has a legal department. Christelle sees my mommy has a team of 15 people. She runs team meetings. What is Christelle? Christelle's dreams are going to be way bigger than my dreams. And then Christelle's going to have kids, and then her kids are going to have way bigger dreams than Christelle had, because that's how it's supposed to work. That's how we're supposed to move. We always talk about generational wealth, and we think it's like us leaving our kids a house or some cash or whatever. Generational wealth expands to leaving your kids a different thought process that takes the limits off of the type of wealth that they can acquire, obtain, and leave for their own children. So it's so much like all of this stuff that we talk about, like speak your way to cash and pitch your way to cash and make money and all that. That's cool. That physical result of making more money in your business is only a result of you expanding your mindset. Me making more money this year than we've ever made before in this coaching business is only the result of me expanding my mindset. And do you know what happened before I started making this kind of money? What happened before was I started investing in a future that I didn't see yet. I want to break this down. I want to break this part down. We're about to go deep now, y'all. I started investing in learning concepts that we weren't currently using. So a lot of people tell me, oh, Ashley, I'm going to invest and come to Speak Your Way to Cash Live, or I'm going to join your mastermind once I start making money in this one thing over here. Like once I start seeing this, then I'll do this. Here's what happens though. And this is a great analogy. a lot of people will say like, I want to, that is equivalent. You saying like, I'm gonna wait till I'm already making money to invest in learning how to make money is the equivalent of you telling a personal trainer, I have to wait till I build muscle to hire you to help me build muscle. No, you hire to help them help you build muscle before you see the muscle. Then after the transaction, then you see the transformation. We think it's different on the business side. It's not. We started spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching before we were having $100,000 months. After we started spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching, then we started having hundred and multi six-figure months. It didn't happen in reverse. I didn't wait until I had all the money in the bank, until I saw all of the results and all of the resources before I started investing. No, it was the other way around. You start investing in the future that you desire before you see evidence that that future can be yours. Literally, that's how it works. That's how it works. People say they have a wealth mindset or an abundance mindset, except as it relates to actual resources. It's like, I believe that God is the God who owns stuff on a cattle. Like God is the God of, he owns what is the saying? I'm going to get it wrong. My dad's going to get me for this because he's a pastor, but like cattle on 1,000 hills, like, right. God owns everything. God has everything. God, he is a God of abundance. Like he created heaven and earth and he holds the whole world in his hands. And we say all these phrases, but then as soon as you're faced with a financial decision, all of a sudden you get broke. All of a sudden that ain't your daddy. All of a sudden it don't make sense. Like literally, guys, your future responds to what you do now. It responds to the decisions that you make now in your business. It is here. The Speak Your Way to Cash book is now available for you to purchase. Go to Amazon to get your audio, Kindle, or hardcover copy of the book. And we have a paperback copy, okay? So you can get it on Audible and listen to it. And I read it myself. So if you love the podcast, you will love the audiobook. Go get it now. Speak Your Way to Cash, how to start at the top of the speaking market instead of working your way up from the bottom. A bit about the book. It's broken down into 6 parts, and it is over 260 pages of goodness, okay? Part 1 covers mindset. Part 2 covers getting yourself in the press. Part 3 covers assembling your 6-figure offer. Part 4 covers inviting people to work with you, sales. Part 5 covers delivering an outstanding speech. And Part 6 covers legalities that every speaker needs and how to build a team. I mean, literally, what did we leave out? Nothing. So go to Amazon and grab your copy today. And let me know you did it too. And for some of you, that means investing before you see it. Every time I've made a big shift in my life, it literally came from investing before I saw it. It literally came from investing before I saw it, from taking the next step before I saw the entire staircase. Like it literally, that's just how it works. So I don't want you all to get caught up in like, oh, well, this is what I have. And this is like, no. Where do you want to go? Dream from that perspective. Figure out what you need. What knowledge do you need in order to get close as possible to the future you desire for yourself? Figure out where you can get that knowledge and then pay to get the knowledge. Pay to get the knowledge. And before you can pay to get the knowledge, do what it takes to pay to get the knowledge. But you're going to have to take some faith moves. And I know that some people think like this is just, people say this because they have a lot of money and blah, blah, blah. It is a wealth principle. It is a wealth principle, but it's also not something that there's a reason why a lot of people say it who are also successful. Is because most people I know who are highly successful believe in seed. They believe in seed. And here's the other thing, back to the point of the whole message about rejection. Fear is a seed too. Fear is a seed too. Fear is a seed too. Doubt is a seed too. Delay is a seed too. So if you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have an objective, if you have an initiative, and every single time you think of doing something big, you delay. Okay. Well, if you're sowing delay into your business, then it makes sense that your business is going to delay in giving you the results you want. If you're sowing fear into your dreams, into your ambitions, into what you have going on, it makes sense that fear is coming back to you. But at the same time, if you sow faith, if you sow perseverance, if you sow hard work, if you sow dedication, if you sow your money, like it makes sense that that's going to come back to you. We have to start moving with a sense of urgency because many of you on here, I know without a shadow of a doubt who I'm supposed to help in this life. I know I'm called to leaders. I know I'm called to visionaries. We have to start moving with a sense of urgency. Here's why. Because there are people on the other side of you walking in your purpose. There are people on the other side of you showing up fully as who you are. There really are. Like, there are actual people on the other side of it. Actual people, real lives. And then they got people. They got children. They have husbands. They have spouses. They have some decisions that they need to make. But there is information that you have that absolutely helps them. So people wonder, hey, Ashley, you moving. Why you got to move so fast? Why you got to work so hard? Why you got to do all that? Oh, girl, you need to slow down, girl. You need to, that ain't right. You need to, literally do not let someone else's slothfulness impact you. Someone else moving without a sense of urgency don't got nothing to do with you. Same time, it is up to you to determine when you actually do need to slow down, when you actually do need to take a rest, when you actually do need to calm down. But you need to be the one making that decision. You need to be the one making that decision. Because here's what starts to happen. Can I be real with y'all? Drop real in the chat. What starts to happen when you start moving swiftly towards your goal, when you start moving with a sense of urgency, when you start reading more books, investing more, learning more information, going to more events, you start moving like that, you start seeing more results, you start impacting more people who aren't moving expeditiously. What do they start to do? They start being intimidated by the level of action that you're taking. So of course, they want you to slow down so they can catch up. But what they don't realize is, even though life is a race, I'm not running it against any one individual. I am running because here's how I look at it. If this is where I'm at and I'm running this race, right? Every mile I go, I'm picking up the people that I'm supposed to serve. So I know there's still people out there that have never even heard of me, never even heard of Speak Your Way to Cash, never even heard of what we do at this company. So I move with a sense of urgency because I need to hurry up and get to the people that I'm supposed to help. Why? Because the sooner I help them, the sooner they can go help the people they're supposed to help with a higher level of dedication. Then I start moving with a sense of urgency because I run a for-profit company. The sooner we get profitable, the sooner we get even more profitable, the sooner we get even more impactful, the sooner we get even more influential, I now can reward the team that held me down before we had all the resources in the world. I now can increase the pay of my team members. I need to hurry up and make the revenue that we need to make, dominate in the industries that we're supposed to dominate, because not only are there clients on the other side of my calling, but I'm leading people within my team. I can't look at this team of 15 people every day and not be prepared to give them a raise, say that we're in the same place that we are last year, next year, because I wanted to slow down. How disrespectful is that? At this point in my business, the people that work at this company are sowing into a vision for me, for the clients that we're supposed to serve. They're sowing into a vision for themselves. And so it is the least that I could do is to give it my all every single day so that I can financially reward them and reward them with resources and benefits and all the things. The sooner we can do what we're supposed to do, the sooner we can have Speak Your Way to Cash headquarters with a swimming pool for lunchtime, with sleep rooms like Google. The sooner we can hire a chef for our company's cafeteria to make sure people don't have to eat. The sooner we can pay for every single employee's college for their kids so they don't have to worry about how they're going to get their kids educated. The sooner we do what we're supposed to do, the sooner I show up as the CEO I'm supposed to show up as, the sooner I stop pricing like I'm the only one at this company, the sooner you stop pricing like you're the only one at this company, like you don't got departments and teams and staff, the sooner you'll be able to serve externally to your clients and internally to your team. It don't gotta take all day. But if you take all day and you sow delay into your business and you only learn a little bit at a time and you only implement a little bit at a time and you keep telling yourself you're overwhelmed at every turn, then yes, it's going to take all day and all night, because you have guaranteed that it will by the seeds that you've sown into your business, by the thoughts that you have in your mind, and by the way that you show up. Stop showing up like you aren't powerful, like you aren't incredible, like you don't have a solution for the people. Like, show up as who you really are. Stop being scared of showing up like who you really are. Okay. Like, seriously. So here's the thing. Rejection is a big piece. It's rarely ever talked about in the sales conversation, and we want to change that. We are going to change that. So what we've done is put together this training. It's coming up in a couple of weeks. We have the Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge. Now check this out. We've done this challenge a few times, but every single time we do it, it's actually different. And what we're doing the next time is we're kicking it off with a day all about rejection, dealing with rejection and overcoming rejection. Why? Because I know from personal experience that if you deal with rejection, if you get over the fact of feeling rejected and setting all your prices based off who ain't gonna like you and all that silly stuff, if you deal with that, what's going to happen is you're going to make more money in your business. You're going to pitch larger clients. Some of you refuse to have large clients in your business because you won't even pitch them. You won't even tell them about your services. You think you're too small to serve them. So you're only selling to people that you're comfortable with, regardless of whether those are the people that you should be working with. Again, you're setting your client base, your avatar, based on feelings of rejection, based on not wanting to be rejected. And we got to get over that. We just simply have to get over that. Okay. We got to get over that. So what we've done is we've created the 5-day Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge. So on Instagram, you can DM me the word challenge and register for this challenge. On day 1, we're going to be talking about how to overcome rejection. On day 2, we're going to be talking about how to find your wealthy audience. On day 3, we're going to be talking about selling and pitching via LinkedIn. On day 4, we're going to be talking about selling and pitching via email. On day 5, we're going to be talking about $1 million implementation secrets. It is literally going to be life changing. And it has. This isn't our first time doing it. We've done it several other times. Most people do it several times. Some of our clients do it every single time we offer it. But I want you to register for the challenge. So here's what happens. DM me the word challenge on Instagram or go to www.pitchyourwaytocash.com. Do our very short application. It takes less than 60 seconds and you'll get an instant decision if you're accepted into the challenge. And then you will see this page and you can choose your ticket type. Now look, y'all. Here's what I recommend you do. Get a VIP Platinum All Access Pass. Get a VIP Platinum All Access Pass. And look, if you get it tonight, you're going to log into that portal and you're going to see a training on how a client landed their first 5-figure contract. You could literally start watching it tonight. It could start changing your life ASAPually. So I want you to go to pitchyourwaytocash.com, get a Platinum All Access Pass. See on-demand trainings in there. You'll attend a platinum Q&A with me. You'll be able to ask your question directly. Our VIP days are like $25,000, if not more, depending on the type of VIP day that you get. With this, you get to ask a question for less than $300. It's not a huge investment, but it is a powerful one that has the potential to change the trajectory of your business. You can ask, you ask whatever you want, come to the challenge, ask your questions. And if you can't make the challenge live, it'll be 6 p.m. Central each night. We do the VIP Platinum Q&A a little bit before that. But if you can't make it live and you're Platinum, you're going to be able to see the recordings of the challenge in your portal. If you get the no cost ticket, you only can access the challenge live. You don't get access to the recordings. You don't get access to our most profitable scripts that we've sent out to land paid contracts. And so if you want to make sure you get our scripts, you get a Q&A, you get a VIP room to join the challenge, all for the less than $300, you need to get our most popular ticket, the Platinum All Access Pass. Go get that here. Look, some of y'all need a change. Literally, you need a change in your business. You need something that is going to help you to make more money in your business, frankly. You need something that's going to teach you how to start prospecting for new clients. There are some of you that want to change your avatar. You want to change who you're selling to, but you don't know how to start reaching out to those people. This is for you. This is for you. And during the challenge, the way challenges work is you're going to actually pitch live during the challenge. What we guarantee you is if you show up for the 5 days of the challenge and you do the homework, you will start sending out pitches during the actual challenge. And we've had people send out pitches during the challenge and land contracts during the challenge. We've literally had that happen. From a 3-day challenge or a 5-day challenge rather. And even when it was 3 days, we had people landing contracts. So now we're giving some bonus days, bonus content. I told y'all I got my vibe board. It's going to be a vibe. Make sure you get your ticket. Go to www.pitchyourwaytocash.com. I can't wait to serve you. And if you've never been to one of our events, you should know that when we show up and when we serve. Like we give it all we've got. Our team is incredible. They work really hard because they believe in the mission of helping our 1,000 speakers land their first 7 figures and speaking and consulting contracts. They believe in what we're doing. They believe in diversifying vendor lists all across America. They believe that when you all are able to get your message to the masses, all that's going to happen is we're going to change more lives collectively as a unit. And they believe in that mission so much that they show up and serve y'all as if they serve y'all. Someone actually said, your customer service team is like Disney. I was like, whoa. huge compliment. So they show up ready to serve. It doesn't matter if you come to the live event in November or a challenge, a free challenge. Like, we want to make sure that we are serving those who commit to themselves. So I want you to make that commitment to yourself tonight and get that training showing how you land a 5-figure contract. It's already uploaded into your portal. So when you get your ticket by tonight, you will see that in your portal. Okay. And I want you to watch it tonight or watch it tomorrow. But some of y'all are night owls. Y'all gonna be up for a while. Watch it tonight and then choose something that you can implement starting tomorrow. And for everyone who's listening to this, if you don't implement anything else, I want you to implement this. Stop letting your fear of rejection drive your business. Don't let fear make your pricing decisions. Don't let fear make your investment decisions. Don't let fear make your decisions about who you're going to serve and how you're going to serve them. Don't let fear rule you. Don't let it rule you, because you're a leader and your clients are counting on you to be courageous. Because like we said earlier, physically moving, packing up all your bags, all that stuff, physically moving is going to cost you some financial resources. Mentally moving is going to cost you some courage. Now, $300 investment is not a life-changing it's not a life-changing amount of money, but it's a seed in the direction of your future. So I'm going to invite you to invest in your future tonight. Go to pitchyourwaytocash.com, get your platinum all access pass. After you do it, let me know in the chat that you've done it, that you got your platinum all access pass so we can celebrate you. And I can see who I'll be serving in the VIP room. We have our own little community. And I shouldn't even say little. We have our own community in the VIP room. And we're excited about those who are going to be joining the club this time around. Okay. All right, y'all. So y'all have a great night. Be encouraged. Keep doing what you're doing. Move with a sense of urgency. There are lives on the other side of every single decision that you make. You are not making your decisions in a silo, and everything that you've gone through, everything that you're going through, everything that you're thinking and you're telling yourself is literally, it has the potential to either propel you or to pull you back. And I want all of you listening to this, every single person, I want you to ensure that your thoughts, your belief systems and your values and your actions are propelling you. Every time you hear a negative thought, we talk about this in the Speak Your Way to Cash book, start policing your thoughts. Is this a thought I need to arrest and kick out? Is this a thought that needs to go away? Is this a thought that's serving me? Start policing your thoughts so that those thoughts can form good beliefs that will serve as the foundation to powerful actions. So all of you go empower. As you know, our motto here at Speak Your Way to Cash headquarters is we keep the energy high and the excuses low. So I don't want y'all to make any excuse. Oh, I ain't going to be able to, and I don't know if I can. Don't make an excuse while you're thinking about it. If you heard anything tonight that resonated with you, if you hear anything on this podcast episode that even slightly piques your interest, that slight intrigue is enough for you to go to www.pitchyourwaytocash.com and sow a seed that will change your life. All right. So hopefully this was good. If you enjoyed it and you're watching this on Facebook, please share it with someone. If you're watching it on Instagram, please share it with someone. Share the message, share the good news. Help us to help more people here at Speak Your Way to Cash. And when you do it, let me know that you did it. Just drop share it in the chat so I can thank you personally. I appreciate you guys so very much. And from the bottom of my heart, y'all, I love what I do. I love the people that I get to serve. I am so incredibly honored to work with such brilliant, impactful speakers, entrepreneurs, authors, visionaries, leaders. I am so honored that this is what God has put as a part of my path on this earth. I'm just so honored by it. And I thank you guys for even allowing me to show up fully as who I am and serve and empower and educate and teach, because I love this. I love this work. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you for sharing the Speak Your Way to Cash mission. Every one of you who's left a review on the podcast, who's bought a book for a friend. Some of you have bought 2-3 books. I see the orders coming through and I appreciate it. Just know that I am always praying for your good. I'm always learning as much as I can learn so I can pour it back into our community. And my commitment to you is to show up every single day and do everything that I can to empower this community and to ensure that you all are getting the best information that's available to me at the time. Okay. All right. So that's all I got. Keep your energy high, keep the excuses low, and I will see many of you in the Pitch Your Way to Cash challenge. So I will see y'all soon for more of this good information. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Wasn't that interview amazing? If you're anything like me, you have pages full of notes. But here's the thing. Before you head out, I want you to go to facebook.com and join the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook group. That is where I am. That's where a ton of other speakers are, a ton of other people who listen to the show. We all congregate there and chat. And it's 100% free. Now, if you're ready to take your speaking career to the next level, I have 2 ways for you to do that. One, you can go to ashleynicolekirkwood.com/SYWTC live replay and pick up the live replay. That training is 7 modules, chock full of information. It's crazy. Go over there, read all about it. Or if you want a more personal experience, you already know that you want to be a speaker. You're ready to fully commit and you want someone to walk you through it and save you tons of time Googling and doing it on your own, then book a VIP day with me. You can go to ashleynicolekirkwood.com, scroll down until you see the VIP day section and get more information on that there. All right. Thank you guys again for watching. Please do not forget to leave us a review. That is how we keep this train rolling and get some of the best speakers in the world to get on this show. So please, please, please leave a review. Shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and Facebook in the Speak Your Way to Cash group, Instagram at the Ashley Nicole Show. And I'd be more than happy to chat with you and say hi. All right, y'all have an awesome, awesome day.